What up, guys? Welcome back to the Surf and Turf podcast. I'm Uneven Shrimp.
I'm chicken.
Yeah, there we go. um,
Rip.
sorry, we just a little inside joke there. So how have you been, chicken?
I've been pretty well.
Yeah,
Pretty well. No, that's about it. I can't
that's
really say much
that's
else.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been okay. It's been okay.
Yeah, I've noticed you've gotten back into TikTok stuff this week, or like in last week a little bit too. How's that been going?
Yeah, I mean, it's been going well. Been trying to post a little more, be a little more active. I'm so weird because I don't like to look at how well my videos do because I'm nervous that they do bad. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Because I should just be like I had one video and like it was a downfall of me too because I had one video do like very well and I should have
hmm
capitalized on that sort of video and I didn't because I didn't check it for like 2 days. And then I was like,
Uh,
"Oh, this has like almost 200,000 views."
which one was that?
It was the it was the Minecraft one about not sharing a world with your buddies, and it
Uh,
got out it literally got like 200,000 views,
oh dang.
and I could have capitalized on it. I could have made so many more like TikToks about like, oh yeah, never have a world with your friends because friends are terrible to play video games with. I could have done so much with that.
What are you trying to
Like as a,
say?
like a joke,
I
as
know,
like
I
a
know, I
joke.
know, I know, I know.
But like it's like not always a joke because like when we started playing Minecraft, it was on Xbox and the world was on your Xbox. So if I wanted to play, I had to make you get on to like basically just like hang out AFK
Yeah,
while I just like play.
I used to like legit turn my Xbox on, load the world, hide, and then just leave the house for hours. I think we
Yeah.
turned off my Xbox like turn off time at one
I,
point.
Yeah, I think you can like set it at like a max of like 3 hours, but like yeah, we set it at like 3 hours
Yeah,
because there'd be days that you would just be like, oh sorry, like I'm not gonna be around much, but if you want to play for a couple hours, like I'll turn it on.
yeah, yeah. Or like we'd be playing. I'm like, hey, I gotta go. I gotta like I'm going out with friends tonight. Let me just leave this up for you real quick.
Yeah,
That was good times.
yeah. I mean that was before like
We,
that was probably before like servers and everything. Like
well,
because now like you have a server.
we were playing on there were
It was
servers. We were playing on Bedrock, which is
yeah,
different.
but like Bedrock even has realms and stuff
Yeah,
now.
they had realms, so we just didn't want to pay for them.
They had realms then?
Yeah, we looked into it. Remember, we looked into what it would take to get a realm, but we didn't want to pay for it.
Really?
Yeah, we
I
didn't
don't
want to pay
remember that.
for it.
Not on like the first world we had.
Not
On
the
that
ones on
first
our
world, there definitely
iPods.
was not. What?
Not the ones on our iPods.
No, 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 no.
No,
Okay.
there were realms. There were definitely realms.
On that first that
But
very first world we started.
we couldn't I don't think we could figure out how to this is I think the issue we ran into. We couldn't figure out how to take the world we had and
Oh
make it a
yeah.
realm.
Yeah, no,
We'd
that
have to
was
start
definitely an issue.
we'd have to start all over and we didn't want to pay for it.
But yeah,
But
probably right. You're probably right.
I mean
And we're getting too far in the weeds. We're getting too far in the weeds with the Minecraft.
yeah, but yeah, Minecraft is I mean, we'll stick on this for a little bit. Minecraft really is the game that's kind of like been like the roots to our gaming together. I mentioned about our iPods, but if you are new to the podcast and or whatever, me and Chicken grew up together, and he used to come over to our house and like spend the night and stuff, and we used to sit in our basement. We had like one of those like what are those couches called? Like those L's, like the
Like
sectionals.
sectional. Yeah,
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 that was like an L. So like what we would
yeah.
do, this is kind of weird, but we would have the L. One guy would sleep this way, one guy would sleep this way, and then we put old mattresses, nasty old mattresses on the
Oh, those look
floor.
so nice.
and then we stack them, and then someone would sleep in between.
Yeah.
And we would sit there and we would play. We would play Minecraft on our iPods, and we would go down and strip mine and all that fun stuff way
Oh,
back in the
because
day.
yeah, because that was when like Pocket Edition was like terrible.
Yeah, it
Pocket
was
Edition
bad.
was literally like it was just like Minecraft. Like it was like OG Minecraft where it was just like grass and stone and that's it.
Yeah,
Like there was no caves, there was no villages.
yeah.
Like it was like if you wanted to mine like and I think it was only like 30 deep. Like you couldn't go deep at all.
No, I
There's
remember.
no
I
yeah.
remember I used to make huge rooms where I would just clear. That's what I used to do to mine until you showed me strip mining. I would just go down to bedrock, or not quite bedrock, and I would just make a giant room the size of the world.
Yeah. And oh my, I remember that. I don't even think there was diamond even.
I think there was.
Maybe there was diamond, but
Yeah.
like it was like incredibly rare. I know there wasn't obsidian. There was no nether.
No.
It was basic. Like it was mad basic.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's kind of like where our gaming like together kind of started, and then when if you're familiar with our community a little bit, then when Swag started, well, back to on our Xboxes, we would play for hours. We had a group chat called "Mom, I'm playing Minecraft" because
Oh my god.
we would just get up like on a Saturday, and or a Sunday or whatever, and we'd literally there were days that I'm pretty sure we played till we went to bed that night.
Oh dude, there's definitely there's definitely Saturdays that I literally played all day long.
Yeah,
Like
well,
literally.
and
I would play all day long.
yeah, we had the phrase "mine doesn't exist" or "time doesn't exist" when you're playing Minecraft, because it'd be like we'd be
Oh my
playing and it'd
gosh.
be like, oh, it's 3 already. Like we started playing at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm Minecraft is literally one of the only games that like I could literally play for hours and like
Yeah,
not even realize it.
yeah.
Like other games like yeah, I could play for like a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, back then I was living with my parents, so I just had a couch and a TV in my room, and I would literally get out of bed, move to that couch, and just sit there. And it'd be like 5 hours go by, and I'd be like, "Chicken, I have not left my room at all today. I've not gone to use the bathroom. I've not gone to get something to eat, something to drink. I've done nothing other than wake up, move from my bed to the couch, and start playing Minecraft." But and then that moved into we started playing. We played pretty much like every our we've like went through it all. Started with Pocket Edition, then Xbox, and then we moved into the world of um Java and playing on
Yeah.
Swag server, which was a good time. We had a lot of fun there too. That was another time we did that a lot during COVID, and so we just spend
Did play a
hours,
little bit. Yeah.
hours. But
There,
yeah,
yeah, I
oh,
feel like it's like sections of time that we just really like put into it and then like we stop because it's like
yeah,
we've done it.
we kind of get to a point where there's not much left to do,
But that's like so true.
or
Like
we'll
you sent
start
me
over and we're like, I don't like nothing on Swag. Like I love him, I understood it all, but like when he started the new server, like I just put so much time into the old one that I was like, I don't really want to. And I was kind of
it's
to the point
hard,
where there
yeah.
wasn't much to do, and I was like, I don't really want to start over again.
It's hard to just like start over again
Yeah, but
unless you're like really into it.
yeah, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, go
it's so
ahead.
hard. It's just one of those games where you just play like forever and then
Yeah,
you're
for
just like
sure.
I'm done with it. Like I'm just done with it for now.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll come back eventually with VR next time.
Oh my gosh. Minecraft.
VR Minecraft. Um,
That'd be cool.
but yeah, I thought it'd be fun to also tell this story. Literally just talked about it earlier today. Um, so like I said, Chicken and I grew up together, and we didn't really play video games together other than that Minecraft.
Yeah.
I went to college, didn't have a system, was forgetting that Chicken had a system or whatever. My roommate had an Xbox One, and he let me play it. And when Fortnite came out, I was playing Fortnite on my roommate's Xbox. And one day I was on Snapchat, and I was like, "Oh, Chicken plays Fortnite?" Because he posted like a victory royale on a story, and I messaged him like, "Yo, you play Fortnite?" And like at this time, like we were still good friends, but like we didn't really text. We didn't really. We both had our own lives kind of going on. I
I
lived
remember.
8 hours away. Like when I would come home, we'd hang out. But uh, yeah, it was just like one of those friendships that was like we hung out when we saw each other, but other than that, we didn't really talk, which was fine. And I saw that, and I texted him. I was like, "Yo, you play Fortnite?" And I was like, "Yo, add me on, add me on Xbox. I'm uneven shrimp." And and so he started playing his. We got my brother, the rookie, in his brother and some friends, and that really just got us playing video games together, and it's never stopped. Well, some people stopped, but we're not getting into
I
that.
feel like everybody just like will stop eventually. I really don't play that much video games
Yeah,
anymore.
you don't play as much anymore. I mean,
I just hang out really.
same. Like literally today, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of I was either playing Pokemon trading cards, or a lot of times I'll sit here with my Switch. Or today, I was literally sitting here with my old phone and my phone, and I was just playing Pokemon Go on two separate accounts.
That's ridiculous, Jimmy. Oh my gosh, you're a ridiculous man.
But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I feel like everybody has that time in their life where they play and then they stop and then they come back and play again.
yeah,
I I
I'm
don't know.
sure
There's just nothing out.
yeah, yeah. Games are kind of dead right now. I've been enjoying my Switch,
Oh
but
yeah,
I mean, we still get on uh Discord and talk and stuff. So
yeah.
it's good.
There's just no game right now that really is just like sweeping the nation. Like I mean, I think of like Fortnite that really like changed the game. Like that game literally brought communities together. Like
Minecraft coming back.
I mean, Minecraft. Yeah. I don't want to say Minecraft
When it
came
came,
back. It was always
oh yeah, but
there.
when it became
It's
like
just
super popular again, like there's been
yeah.
a couple of different points where it was like everyone was playing Minecraft again.
Yeah, I think the Nether update really pushed Minecraft again because
Yeah.
I think that really gave people more motive to play.
Well,
I mean,
we've had our like when we go back and whatever, and like whenever we kind of go back, it's kind of like when Minecraft's picking up again. Like the first time we played again, PewDiePie made his series, and then he started a new series around the time we still played again, and Minecraft really became popular again. My TikToks practically for a while was like all Minecraft content.
yeah, I don't want to say Minecraft isn't like a popular game and it hasn't had its ups and downs, but like when I think of like a game that really brought people together, like Fortnite
Fortnite
is
definitely did,
definitely
yeah.
like Fortnite. Among Us is
Mm-hmm.
another big game that brought like communities together.
Mm-hmm. Valorant a little
Um,
bit.
Yeah, Valorant was a very popular
We
game that
talked
brought a
about this
lot
a
of
little bit
people together.
last podcast too. I think.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, we did. There's just I always tell people because people ask me like, oh, like what are you playing like now? Like what games have you been up to? I'm like, I haven't really been playing any games because there's just not anything I want to play.
Yeah.
It's just kind of stale right now.
Yeah. Same.
Okay,
But
we can't linger on
nope.
the
Yep. I was about to switch topics. uh.
out of the potatoes and veggies.
So you got any stories you were saving for the podcast? If not, I've got a few.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, last night at Bible study, I told a few stories as examples. And I was like, yo, these are some stories that Chicken I know knows one of them, but I'm not sure if he knows
No.
the other ones. It's stories about me pretty much being kicked out of stores or breaking into stores. Um, yes, I'm a criminal.
I don't.
Um,
Do I know them?
I think you know the one. So the first one of me getting kicked out of the store, that's the one I think you know, is my cousin Cole, my brother David, and I were all at the beach, and we went to the sports store that we loved. They had sports cards, they had a bunch of sports memorabilia. We loved going to that store, and I would go there all the time. Well, there was like two sections of the store. Like it was pretty much like two stores kind of like put together. So it was like the sports cards and like hats, and then there was like a little like doorway, not very big. It wasn't like a door, but it was like a little section that you could walk through. Then there was a big section of like clothes and different memorabilia stuff. So I was looking through that stuff, and my cousin and David were up by the counter where you pay and the door to leave. And they were looking at something, and all of a sudden I hear, Cole, you didn't. And from David, and Cole goes, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, I didn't. I didn't. And then I hear the cashier go, oh, yes, you did. And she reaches under the counter. And I was like, what's going on? And what turned out is Cole let one rip. He had let out a nasty fart. So bad that she was like, "Oh yes, you did. Get out, get out, get out!" And when she reached on the counter, she was picking up air freshener, and she was chasing David and Cole out of the store with air freshener. Well, I come up now. I'm maybe a sophomore in high school, sophomore junior in high school. My cousin's 6 years younger than me, so like I was like the adult. So I was like, we're gonna go be the adult and figure out what's going on. So I walk up and I go, man, what's the problem here? Because I see her kicking my cousin and brother out of the store, and she was like, he farted, get out. And she sprays me straight in the eye with air freshener and goes, get out, get out, get out. And we didn't go to that store for the rest of the week because we were scared of her. Well, we'd walk by, and if she was working, we want to go in. If the other guy was working, we'd go in. But yeah, that's the first story about me getting kicked out of a store. Have you never heard that before?
Oh,
Really?
what? No, I've never heard that story before.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, we got kicked out for Cole farting. And the other
Interesting.
story of me getting kicked out of a store, this one's a little bit more serious. Um, when I was freshman, I want to say, yeah, freshman, our youth group. You didn't go to Dare to Share, did you?
No.
All right. Our youth group went to Dare to Share, which is a big conference for youth groups where they teach you how to share the gospel with people and go out and like be evangelists and stuff like that. So one afternoon, Saturday afternoon, we were supposed to go out to a public place and share the gospel. Well, I was with our one friend, um, and me and her were trying to figure out how we were going to approach people. We were both kind of nervous. Like I'm someone who I don't like talking to strangers. I don't like just going up and talking to strangers with like I want something. Like I'm fine. Like
Hmm.
if I'm in the line, like and someone's like kind of like talking and over here, I'll be the guy. Like if they ask a question in their groups, like I don't know, I'll be the guy. If I know the answer, I'll be like, excuse me, and I'll answer it for them. Or like if someone like says like a blanket statement out loud, like I'll start a conversation with people in line, and that's more now than when I was younger. But we were really nervous about doing this, and eventually
Yeah.
we come up with a strategy. We kind of are like circling this door. We're upstairs in this two-story store at this outlets, and we see this woman who looks nice, um, like sort of like looking through some clothes. And I was like, let's go up and introduce ourselves. So I walk up and I'm like, hey ma'am, I'm just out here with our church. We're talking to people about Jesus today. Um, would you be willing to have a conversation with me about Jesus? And she was like, no, you can't do that here. And I
Oh.
was like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. No, this is illegal. You should be arrested. I'm getting a manager. And she
Oh, jeez.
went to the manager, and we just left. So we didn't. I guess we didn't technically get kicked out, but like
But you were
we were
about
like,
to.
yeah, we were like, we're just gonna get out of here before anything happens, because she was about to like call the cops on us, and we were like, we're just trying to share the gospel. And so we went out, and we didn't talk. We didn't talk to a single person the rest of the day. We were so scared from it. But so those are my two getting kicked out stories. My the time I broke into a store or a place. So back at the beach, me, David, and Cole.
All these beach stories, man.
Well, I mean, we go to the beach every year.
You unleash at the beach. You're a
Yep.
different person.
Yep. So we were younger, probably like middle school, maybe early high school, like when all these stories happened, pretty much.
Yeah.
And we, the three of us, were gonna just go play mini golf. We go and play mini golf every year at the beach. Normally, our grandma comes with us. For some reason, she didn't this year, and so
Wait, it was this year?
no. This was back when I was like middle school.
Gotcha.
She didn't come this particular year to play mini golf with us. And there was
Yeah.
this indoor mini golf place.
Yeah.
And it was like you would go up steps and it was like upstairs, whatever. We get there, we see the sign that says open at 10 o'clock. It was like 10:15. And we're like, oh, okay. The lights were on in there. We heard the music playing. There was like a little statue like kind of by the door. And we were like, oh, they just didn't move this. And well, they didn't move it all the way, so we just kind of like moved it. David or Cole tried the door and was like, "Oh, it's locked." I was like, "Really?" So I tried it and I pulled harder than they did, and it popped right open.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Oh, guys, no, it's fine." So I went up, and there was nobody in there, and so we just stand up there and we just waited. We waited for like 20 minutes, because we were like, "Well, we've already opened the door. Like it's open now." So like we're not gonna just like
Yeah.
leave, and so we just like kind of hung up there. I think I had to use the bathroom, so we went and used the bathroom, whatever. The guy came in, he freaked out on us, and he was like, "You broke into my store," and we were like, "No, sir, I'm sorry." Like we like explained what was happening, what happened, and he was like,
Mhm.
"Fine, just never do it again." And like we paid and we played mini golf. While we were playing mini golf, I think there was like an emergency on the beach, and so we hear sirens, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we are going to like get arrested for breaking into this place." It ended up just being like ambulance and stuff coming to help out with something off the beach, and we were like scared out of our minds, like we're gonna get arrested. Well, it was one of those, like I said, like I was the oldest, and I was like in like middle school, and so when we left, I said, "Hey, we don't tell our parents about this. This is hush hush. We don't talk about this." And I literally just told my brother this part of the story this morning. We made chicken mute so he didn't hear this. But when we broke in, I heard a song playing in my, or there was a song playing in the store. For about a year and a half, every time, I forget the song, but it was a very popular song. And every time it came on the radio, I just felt guilty. And just felt like I did something wrong. So eventually one night I was laying in bed and I was like, I just couldn't sleep because the song came on the radio that I was listening to the radio to fall asleep, and it came on and I like freaked out, and I ran out like crying to my mom, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. We broke into a store like a year and a half ago," and I just like confessed everything. And she was like, "Oh, you didn't mean to." She's like, "You didn't do anything wrong." But like a middle schooler, like I thought I like broke into a place, and I was like, it was a miscommunication and an accident. And it's not like I stole anything or like I just literally
Jeez.
I literally like used the bathroom and stood there and waited politely for
Yeah.
him. We didn't even go through the course. Like we just kind of like stood there at the counter just waiting. But yeah, those are my stories. You've ever been kicked out of a place?
No, I don't think I
You've
have.
never been kicked out of a place?
No, I'm a good kid.
I am too.
You're not apparently.
I got kicked out for sharing the gospel.
Okay, well, that's never mind. We'll go back.
You never been with someone who farted.
I don't. Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever been kicked out of a place. I'm trying to think of like times that I was like the most afraid in my life, and I can't think of any. I thought about that earlier this week. Like what were a couple times in my life that I was literally like scared to the point that like I literally thought like the world was gonna end,
Yeah.
and
I
I could not think of any. I
I
thought of one actually.
okay, go ahead and tell the story.
Well, it's not really a story. It's
Oh.
it's like it was in middle school where like I almost got suspended, and I was like, if I get suspended, like my mom is literally gonna kill me. Like
Okay.
legit, she would kill me.
Yeah.
And it was because I was being stupid. Like I had some friends that were making fun of someone, and like that person that just wants to fit in. I was like, oh yeah, huh.
I got in trouble for that in high school
And
too.
I got grouped into it, and I got yelled at, and they said if I get in trouble again, I was gonna get suspended. Like not even detention, like straight to suspension. But like in middle school, I guess you don't really have detention. I guess they just go straight to
I
suspension.
got detention at middle school.
Oh, really? I don't remember anybody ever getting detention in middle school. I remember getting detention in high school a couple times for
I got
stupid reasons.
I got like an equivalent of detention in elementary school. I had to go for like a whole week and a half. I had to sit in the principal's office during every recess.
Oh, yeah, that's probably about detention.
Yeah, I had to sit
I
like with the principal. So it wasn't like I had to like sit in the classroom with the teacher or whatever.
Yeah,
Like I just
that's
with the
weird,
principal.
dude. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dude,
I spit in a kid's eye.
Kimmy,
Yeah.
like,
You know the
like,
worst part? The kid went to our church.
oh, really?
So we knew his family.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
Spencer.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait.
don't want to say the last name, but like,
Interest.
yeah, yeah,
Wait,
he
when
was
was this?
in elementary school, and I was still at the school down the road
Oh,
from
I
my
sorry. I
house.
thought we were talking about middle school.
No, this
Right.
is elementary school.
Oh
I
yeah,
was in
yeah,
like third grade, I think, second or third
yeah.
grade, and he spit, or not, he didn't spit. He was picking on one of my friends, and I didn't realize that they were friends, and it was like you know how like we pick on each other, it was
Yeah.
like a friendly picking on. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it, so I got up in his face and was like, "Yo, you don't pick on my friend," and he was like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And so I spit in his eye, and he like fell to the ground, and then like ran to the teacher, and I was like, "Snitch." And like I went and like hid under the equipment, and he came and like with the teacher and found me, and or the teacher came and like found me, and they were like, "Spencer's gone to the nurse. You've seriously injured him." I was like, "I spit in his eye. What you mean?" And I had to go to the.
Gosh.
I had to go to the. I had to go to the office, and like they had to call my parents and everything. I was so scared. And the worst part, the detention wasn't even like the worst part. The worst part was going to Sunday school and having to sit in Sunday school with like him and like one other kid. And like
Yeah,
we had
that's
to
kind
like
of
sit
weird.
together, and it was like I was like so scared of him because he was older and like bigger than me. I was like, is he gonna beat me up?
Yeah, that's kind of sus, dude.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. See, like yours are all cool. Mine are literally like I got detention in high school twice for the same exact thing, being late to class.
If I got a detention every time I was late to class, I would probably still be in detention.
Dude, and it was so dumb. Like the first one, I was late. Like basically it was study hall, and it was in the auditorium,
Mm-hmm.
and I sat in the first row. And literally, the second the bell rang, they started taking attendance. So if I wasn't in the first row by the time the bell rang, I was gonna get marked late, and if you got like 3 or 4 lates, you got detention. So I literally had to like run from my class, stop in my locker, and then run to the auditorium and pray that 4 minutes was enough. It's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Well, you've been to my school, right? How tiny it
yeah,
was. It
yeah,
was pretty much like a hallway and then like a lobby that led up to an upstairs, and there was classrooms up there, and our
yeah,
lockers were in that one hallway. So like,
yeah.
we had 3 minutes to get to class, and you could do like it was easy to do. Now, although it was small, we had seventh through seniors all in the same hallway, so
Yeah.
it was like it got kind of congested at times. But I was known for being 5 minutes late to pretty much every class, depending on the teacher. I was like 5 minutes late. I would go get a drink. Half the time, I would go in to sit in the kitchen with the lunch ladies. They'd give me cookies. Yeah, do the lunch. So the lunch ladies, pretty much all the lunch ladies were moms of girls in my class that I was friends with. So all the lunch ladies loved me. And junior and senior year, I worked in the cafeteria. Like once or twice a week, I would get out of class.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Yeah, once or twice a week, I get out of if I worked a middle school lunch, I get out of class for that whole period. If I worked a high school lunch, I would get out of class for like the little bit. I guess if you worked middle school lunch, you got out of class for half the class period. If you worked a high school lunch, you got out of class for like 10 minutes early, and you served the food. So like the lunch ladies would like take the orders or whatever, and then they'd call back to you, and you would put it on the plate and you take it up to them. And a lot of juniors, you could do it as a sophomore, but a lot of juniors and seniors did it because all the hours you work, they paid you, but it was towards your senior trip. And I went to Texas on my senior trip, so it was
Yeah.
expensive. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would work the cafeteria at lunchtime, and I would always be like joking with the lunch ladies. I would, and the other thing was you loved it when either you were working in the lunch, or you had a buddy working in lunch, because like almost everyone always got chicken nuggets. That was like the staple. They had it every day except for Wednesdays. Wednesdays was pizza day. Well, if you were my like say chicken, you
yeah.
came up and you ordered chicken nuggets, you were supposed to get 10. I would slip you like 12. Or you ordered a burger, I would put a chicken nugget in your burger.
I'd put a chicken nugget.
That's what we would all do that.
What?
We'd sneak food into other things to get to our buddies. And then when we ate, like at the end, we would like put like 15 nuggets on our plate. And the lunch ladies like didn't care because like we were
Mm-hmm.
helping. But yeah. Oh, and Wednesdays was pizza day. If you were my buddy, I would look through the boxes and get the biggest slice I could, and give you the biggest slice I could.
Oh,
but yeah, so I used to just go hang out in the lunch. One time, actually, this is a funny story. One time, I went to use the bathroom. Me and another guy went to use the bathroom,
yeah.
in environmental science, and we ended up just walking the halls for like 20 minutes, and then we
Mm-hmm.
went to the kitchen, and I was like, "Yo, I got some money in my account," and they're like, "Yeah," and this was like a few minutes. It was a Wednesday. It was a few out like periods before lunch. I was like, "You guys got the pizza already?" And they were like before the middle school ate first, so it was like the period before the middle school lunch. So like we still had like a few periods for lunch, and I was like, me and the other guy were like, "Yo, you want to split a pizza?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So we bought a pizza from the cafeteria in the middle class.
Mm-hmm.
They gave it to us, and we took it up to class and just passed out pizza. But we just brought a pizza to class to environmental science class. It was
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah,
Dude.
that's all your bad boy stories.
Yeah.
My other detention, I got detention for a fight in middle school,
Oh,
and,
gee.
and then this was dumb. So we weren't allowed to chew gum in school. Were you guys allowed to chew gum?
Um, in middle school, it depended like on the teacher. High school, they didn't care at all.
So
It,
we got a half
Yeah.
hour detention if we got caught with gum,
Oh, that's dumb.
which I found out is the same for chewing tobacco at the public school. And I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if you got caught with chewing tobacco, if you got caught with like chew
Yeah.
in high school, I think they gave you detention. Like I don't think they did anything else.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think they could take it from you. Like I think they literally just gave you detention.
Yeah, we were told to spit it out. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah. And that's what they would tell you
yeah.
in high school, that you had to spit it out, and then they would give you detention.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about gum, just chewing gum.
Yeah.
Um, so, well, senior year, um, I'll start with the one in junior year. Junior year, so I had a half hour drive to school every day. My mom drove. We lived a half hour away from, or 20 minutes away from school, and my mom was a teacher, so we had to get to school at least a half hour early. So on the way to school, my mom would give us a piece of gum, and we would chew it, and we were supposed to spit it out when we got there. But the school couldn't give you detention until first period bell rung.
Yeah.
So you could chew gum up until first period.
Yeah.
And so I would get a piece of gum, maybe grab another piece when I was heading into school, and I would chew it. And when I walked into first period, I'd spit it out. Well, one day I forgot to spit it out, and I was in first period, and I just kind of like hit it under my tongue and just like didn't chew it, and just kind of like chilled. And I was like, I'll spit this out after class. Like I'm not gonna like put it on the desk or like take it out and keep it in my hand. I'm obviously not gonna be like, hey, can I spit out my gum? And he'd be like, yeah, that's a detention. So as soon as class got over, I went out, and right outside of the classroom was a trash can. So I turned and I spit. And well, I looked for teachers quick, didn't see any. Well, the one teacher was a little bit shorter, so he kind of like fit in with and he was like the strict teacher on chewing gum.
Mhm.
He kind of like fit in with the crowd, and he came around a kid as I was spitting it out, and he said, "What are you doing?" Or what you just spit out, and I went, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to take my gum out before school. I just spit it out." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And he's like, "That's 30 minutes after school with me." And I was like, "That's 30 minutes after school." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like I'm spitting it out. He's like, "You can't have school started. You can't have gum." And I was like, "I was spitting it out." But so I was like, "Whatever." Well, I that week it was about to be what's it called, the Christmas party. The last day of school before Christmas, we would have a Christmas party where we would all go to the gym, we'd have a chapel, we'd play a few games, and then we'd go and have food. Like we split, middle school would have food while the high school was playing games, then you switch, whatever. Well, this year we were gonna have a tug of war tournament.
Mhm.
And so all the classes put together a tug of war, or a team for tug of war. I think it might have gone class versus class, and we were like the favorites to win with me. And like we've been strategizing all week. I was going to be the anchor in the back. Well, they also put together an all-star team for the entire school. They got some of the biggest, strongest kids from the whole school to go against the faculty, and I was selected to be the anchor for the All Star team, which was like awesome. And there was another kid about my size who they wanted to see the Battle of the Titans, so we were gonna be the only 1v1. Me and him were gonna 1v1. Well, I got this attention, and then they come to me and said, "Hey," they came to me and asked me if I'd be on the All Star team, and they said,
Mhm.
"If you have any detentions, you need to serve them now, because if you have an unserved detention before Christmas party, you have to serve your detention during the Christmas party, and you can't participate." Well, I was just going into detention, So I went
Mhm.
straight to the office. Didn't even tell my mom I had detention yet. Scheduled my detention for after school before the game that night. Started my detention, whatever. I'm like, great, I'm fine to participate in the Christmas party. I show up to the
Mhm.
Christmas party. And now the teacher that gave me this detention was my homeroom teacher. So I show up to the homeroom for Christmas party, and he goes, "You get my Christmas gift?" And I was like, "What you talking about?" He goes, I never wrote you up for that gum."
Gee.
And I was like, and like they didn't have a write up when I went to them. They're like, "Oh well, if you like, if I said I got a detention, they're like, okay, well so they were like, there was only one more time to serve it, and that was that night. So they're like, well, we'll schedule you for that night. And I was like, fine, I'll serve the detention. So I served a detention that I was never written up for. I was
Oh
so,
my gosh.
but I
That's kind
like
of
at
funny.
this point, like when I went to the office, I just admitted that I got a detention for chewing gum. So, uh, I was like, I got a detention, I gotta serve it. And then senior year, I'm chewing gum again. I'm in the very back of the class in a corner, chewing gum, laughing. The bell rings. The homeroom teacher walks in the room. The second the bell rings, I'm laughing. I'm completely opposite, as far back as you can from the teacher. Same guy, homeroom teacher. He was our class advisor. Sees me laughing with my mouth open and the gum on my tongue, and goes, "Hey Jim, what you chewing?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "No way! This is the first day of school." I was like, "No way! I got caught with gum 1 second into senior year." And he was like, "We really gonna start the year off with the detention, Jim?" And I was like, "Oh, I served that one last year. I didn't need to." He was like, "You're right. We'll just call this one even. We'll let you start your senior year out right." And he was like, "Or you would have had the fastest detention, um, in senior year history," because it was literally bell rung. As soon as the bell stopped ringing, Jim, what you chewing? And I was like, "Oh my gosh." But that's it for my detention stories. But I got a few more. I just thought of a few more stories where I kind of like
Mhm.
got kicked out or like in trouble in college. But that's because we had nothing to do, so we would purposely go break rules to see if we could run away or get away with it.
Yeah.
Like climbing buildings. But
Yeah.
that could be a story for another day. But
Jeez.
you got
Yeah, we're
anything
probably
else? Huh?
no, we're probably running close on time here.
Yeah, we're at 42 minutes, which is what last podcast was as well.
Oh, okay, sweet.
But
Sweet.
so we're right on time. So anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think.
All right, if not, well, you can find this podcast on, if you're watching it on video, you can watch it on any audio. If you're watching it on audio, it will be up on um Instagram. I'm gonna put it up on Instagram. I'm gonna put it
The
up
whole
on,
thing.
yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Oh,
If not, there'll be clips on Instagram. So if you don't
baby
got time to
clips.
watch the whole podcast in the future, there'll be clips on Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna try to put the whole thing on Instagram, and the whole thing will definitely be on YouTube. I know you can put, because I used to put lessons for youth group up on
Oh
Instagram,
yeah,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
put like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
45 minutes on
Oh yeah, yeah,
Instagram.
yeah.
So we'll probably load it to Instagram just so that's another place people can watch it. And that will be under um on social media stuff not YouTube or audio. That will be under Uneven Shrimp. Um, you can also check out Chicken on pretty much everything at Chick 3 and 3. And you can
Yeah.
catch us on YouTube at Uneven Shrimp, or not Uneven Shrimp, Surf and Turf Podcast. Um, I think that's pretty much everything. All right. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part was, and any stories that you have about being kicked out of places. All right.
The best.
All right. Catch you guys later.